Hi, this is the demo for Sirius Test Automation platform. In this demo, we'll create new server-side component, we'll create the client for it, and we'll make some demo samples showing that such communication works properly and the module added for Sirius server-side works correctly and returns proper response. So, firstly, in order to add new Sirius server component, we should create new project for server-side component. For this purpose, we should do right-click, new, other, and we should select new Maven project. Here it is. We'll make some very basic settings, so we should skip archetype selection. Then we'll specify group ID and artifact ID, that would be the test. We'll use the same name for the project and click on finish. We should wait while new project is being generated. Actually, there it is. Then we can review the structure. It is very basic structure, but firstly we should pay attention to POM.xml file. It should contain all the artifacts, all dependencies. For now it should be very generic. And empty. So we can review the POM.xml content. As you see, there's almost nothing there. But we need some artifacts and plugins. For this purpose we can take existing plugin from the Sirius server project, which is checked out from the repository. In particular, we'll take nodes dedicated to build dependencies and reporting. And we'll paste them into our project. That's it. Next step is to add the class, which should contain server-side functionality. It's actually an ordinary class without any specifics. Let's say sample class. We'll make some package. That would be some test package. We should make sure we specify all flags. We don't need the main functionality here. And here is the skeleton for our class. We should add some method. For the demo purposes, we'll use some simple hello world method, which simply returns constant string. So we'll make public string say hello, which returns hello world. But all our modules are accessible via web service endpoints. In order to make this class working as a web service endpoint, we should set proper annotation for this. This annotation is accessible from javax jws package. So we should import that. And we should make sure that we are using proper GTK version. Actually, for Sirius project, the GTK 1.7 is used. So we should make sure we're specifying it. Okay. We are done with the server side, and all we have to do is to start building that project. For this purpose we should check home XML and select run as maven build. We need to get the jar package containing all the classes from this project. So for this purpose we'll use package goal, and after that we can click run. The console should display the execution status. Okay, we are starting the build. We are retrieving dependencies. Then acquiring all necessary resources, copying them into build folder, then compile entire solution. Running tests. We don't have tests at the moment, so that step would be skipped. And finally we are making the jar file. We can enjoy build success message, and we can see the target path where the jar file was exported. So it's actually our target folder. We should refresh that and see that new jar file appears. So that's the preparation for the server side module. So let's start to invoke that. So for this purpose we'll place this executable module to the location accessible to the entire Sirius engine. Then we should include that into the executable modules. For this purpose, we'll modify module CSV file. This is the configuration file which includes all modules and identifies what endpoints they are using. That's an ordinary comma separated file, so we can copy existing configuration and specify. Firstly, we are specifying our new endpoint. That would be test hello, just for our example. Then we should specify the canonical name of our class containing the web server endpoint. So it is located under org Sirius test package and class named sample class. So let's specify this. And finally we should specify the package to get this class from. So in our case it's Sirius server test, and we'll use some pattern to define this package. After that we are ready to start the application. For this purpose we'll start the engine with the default parameters. And watch the load status. Yes, it starts initializing endpoints. I'll see the list of them. And finally we see the done message. It means that all the upload was done, and we can see that there's no error messages, as well as our test hello endpoint was initiated. So in order to check that it really works, we should open the browser and reference to its WSDL location. For this purpose we should type the hostname, then we should specify the endpoint test hello, and we should set question mark WSDL. If we see the content like that, it means that our endpoint was successfully started, and we can see that there is say hello, which is our method, and we can see a lot of other attributes showing that we are using exactly our class we just created. Okay, we'll get back to that later. For now we are done with the server. So after that we should create the client, which should call the server-side method. For this purpose we'll create another project. That would be another Maven project. I'd recommend you using it for all Java modules as they are supplied as the Maven dependencies. I'll make it simple. We'll specify the group ID like Sirius client, artifact ID, Sirius client test. We'll use the same as the project name. And again, we are waiting for the class to be generated. For the project, we don't need to update any dependencies at the moment. So this is a new project for our client. Before providing any API, we should provide interface communicating with the server. For this purpose, we'll create new web service client. For this purpose, we'll go to the web services node and create web service client. In this form, we should specify service definition. It should be taken from this URL. including $WSDL. So the generator will know where to take WSDL definitions from. Then we should specify the develop client. We just need only code, not any other parts of it. Then click next. In order to put our generated classes into proper location and proper packages, we should set define custom mapping for namespace to package flag, and then click next. That will open the dialog where we set the mapping between namespaces in WSDL and packages to export the client to. We should click on it and specify firstly namespace. It can be taken from WSDL, types, XSD schema, XSD import, namespace. That would be our namespace. We should place it here. Then we should specify our target package. That would be org client. And then we click on finish. Let's wait for a while for the entire code to be generated, and we'll see the newly specified package appears here. It is Sirius client test, and it contains 5 classes. In particular, we are interested in sample class proxy, and the method interacting with the server side is inside this class. As you can see, there is newly generated say hello method which returns string. That's exactly what we are going to use. So in order to demonstrate how client works, we'll create another class. We'll create the main procedure. Here is our main. So in order to start using our client, we should initialize instance. This is sample class proxy. We'll use default constructor as we are using the default endpoint. Then we should resolve unnecessary references. We are resolving references. Then we should make sure that we are handling unnecessary exceptions. And we can start using the client. In particular, we'll call say hello method, which should return hello world string. For the demo purposes, we'll make an output to the console. After that, we are ready to start. Before running any client, and any code interacting with the server, we should make sure that our server is run. So we see we've been started the Sirius server instance bound to the localhost 21.21.2 port, and we make sure that our client is connected to that as well. Actually, I'm using the default port, so everything is done. So we can run it as ordinary Java application, and it should produce the output hello world. The execution was started, and that's it. We've got the new message from the server. That was our custom created server instance, so it means that our client-server communication works fine. That was the demo showing how to create new Sirius server modules and how to use that. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.